Now, before you fire a nuke at me, this video is about the popular anime of each year. If you want to see the best anime of each year, you gotta check out my other video. And to keep things fair, I will also not be including movies or OVAs. So here are the most popular romance anime of each year. Let's go! Alright, let's start off with the 2000s. Kaitaru Uroshima, a two-time Tokyo U flunky, gets a shot at redemption managing his grandma's inn, only to find it's now an all-girls dorm. Yes, it sounds like Cafe Terrace, but this time we got a set of quirky residents from a smart rival to a kendo warrior.
慶太郎くんは髪の長い方が好きな?
I think this is one of the legendary rom-com shows that also somehow establishes a lot of the harem tropes. Watching Kaitaro get smacked around by Naru might get old, but it adds that childhood love I promised to be with trope. Guess what? Nisekoi wasn't what started the trope, it was Love Hina. And we're back with one of my favorites, but this time it isn't a remake. After losing her mom, Toru Honda's life hits rock bottom. Literally, she's living in a tent. When a landslide buries her makeshift home, she's rescued by the Soma family, who has a wild secret. If a member gets hugged by the opposite sex, they turn into a zodiac animal. This doesn't hit as hard as the remake, but it's got that same emotional story going on. 2000s was also a wild era for shoujo anime, and it's nice to see something like this on top. Hidekai, a broke college hopeful, finds a discarded persocom named Chi, who can only say one word. Chi? Takes her home, teaching her about the world through old-fashioned lessons while searching for answers about her origins. This show has that old but gold vibe, and since that was basically the 2000s vibe, I can see why people loved it. Watching Chi learn the world like a curious toddler is hilarious, especially when she does things no human would ever consider. The romance is pretty slow, but if you like a slow-paced romance show, I'm sure you'll love it. Daisuke Niwa is a wimpy middle schooler who gets rejected by his crush, then suddenly turns into a phantom thief named Dark Mousy whenever he thinks of her. His mom's been planning this legacy forever, and now Daisuke is stuck balancing his clumsy life with a secret identity, and a classmate who might be his biggest rival. Now, this show was really popular among the ladies back in the day, or at least that's what I've heard. It's a shoujo anime, and it also has a really nice story to jump into, and it jumps straight into the action in episode 1. No slow burn torture here. The simple, sweet crushes and misunderstandings keep things engaging without getting bogged down in fan service. And like I said, if romance isn't your thing, you got some action here too.
ずっとニューニュー言ってるし、ニューでいいんじゃない？
Okay, come on, you gotta know this one. Lucy, a Dioclonius with telekinetic powers, escapes brutal government experiments only to suffer a head injury that splits her personality into a childlike Mew. She's found by college students Kota and Yuka, who take her in, unaware she's a killing machine searched by the government. Now, if you think, how in God's name is this a romance anime? Well, it is. This show is a wild ride. Gore hits you hard in the first 10 minutes and you get a tragic backstory. Then you get an emotional story when Yu's innocent acts clash with Lucy's rage. And overall, I'd say this was a wild ride during a time when people didn't use the term wild ride when describing anime.
Go.
Ah, yes, this is one of those chill shows you could watch by falling down to your couch on a hot summer day. Yukito Kunisaki is searching for someone called the Winged Maiden. This leads him to a sleepy coastal town where he meets the quirky Misuzu, who invites him to stay. While staying there, he decides to help locals with their problems.
大体なんで俺がお前の宿題手伝ってるんだ。おい、目が近いぞ。
ゆきとさんお母さんみたいなこと言う。
Like I said, Air has that old 2000s romance anime vibe. It's not fast-paced and it doesn't do anything original, but it still has that emotional storytelling 2000 shows like Clannad was good at. Sure, the side arcs might be rushed, but on the good side, this is Kyoto animation. So the animation is peak, at least in 2000 standards.
この制服もらっていいんですか？
なんて可愛いんだ。まるで女の子じゃないか。
はるちゃんかわいい。
そんな顔してんなら。
早く言ってよね。
Oh, come on. You gotta listen to the opening. This opening is peak! Kuraki Fujioka enrolls at Oren Academy and accidentally breaks a vase in the host club's music room. To repay the debt, she joins the club posing as a boy to entertain female students while navigating some really weird club members.
どうぞよろしく。
可愛いぞハルヒ。そのはにかんだ感じがグーベリーグー。
Just like how Love Hina gave birth to a ton of harem anime tropes, this gave birth to a ton of reverse harem anime tropes. Yep, you heard that right. This is a reverse harem, and I'd say one of the good ones. You know, I rarely praise reverse harems, so when I praise one, you know it's good. Sad news is, this only has one season.
なんでもするよ。
じゃあね。
ゆっくり考えてろよ。ほら、電車来たし、今度いつでも。
Hey, I told you we were talking about the most popular romance anime, not the best one, so you know how it goes. High schooler Makoto Ito is obsessed with Kotonoha Katsura, and soon she also meets Saiki Saionji, who helps him get her. But then she kisses him at the train station, and from there onwards, we're on for a headless romance. Those who watch the show know what I mean.
世界？なんでこんなにしてくれるの？
楽しいからだよ。
それだけ？
他に何があるの？
You know how in visual novels we get a bad route? Well, this anime goes down that bad route. It's like the super, super bad route. So it starts off like a normal romance anime and ends up making you unable to sleep at night. You could say it's one of a kind experience. I could say that since I watched this, it didn't sleep for a whole night.
良い月じゃな。主よ、酒などないかや。
And we're back with another favorite. Spice and Wolf follows traveling merchant craft Lawrence, who meets Hollow, a wolf goddess trapped in human form. She offers her sharp business instincts in exchange for a ride home, turning a solo trader into a duo.
わっちは堅牢ほろ。誇り高き狼じゃ。
I mean, come on, I've talked a lot about this show, and you got to know why this was trending when it got released. Lawrence and Hollow steal this show. Their chemistry is the whole show, making every negotiating scene feel like some kind of flirty duel. It's smart, it's slick, and I still love this more than the remake.
何かの抗議活動とか。
実は俺、テロリストなんだ。なんてね。嘘。
Time for some thriller romance. This follows Saki Morimi, a college grad who meets a naked amnesiac man named Akira during a trip to America. He's loaded with cash on a mysterious phone and claims to be a terrorist. Soon the two of them are caught in a deadly game involving money and saving the world.
滝沢くん。滝沢くんってもしかしたら私の王子様。
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the only romance anime to start off with a missile strike, so that's unique. But jokes aside, I can see why this clicked with a lot. It mixes romance with some fast-paced thriller elements. Akira is also a hilarious, charming lead who keeps things light even when the stakes are sky high. Sure, the 11-episode ending feels a bit rushed, but the movies will totally fix that.
こういう格好すればそれなりに。って可愛いからって触りすぎ。薄い。 大丈夫か?
Time for another shoujo. Misaki Ayuzawa is Saikei's High's first female student council president, known as the Demon President for her strictness. She secretly works at a maid cafe to support herself. Her world turns upside down when the popular guy Takumi Usui discovers her secret and starts visiting her workplace.
何かあるか？
一日だけ俺だけのメイドになって。
This anime nails the whole bad boy good girl trope, and it works because Misaki isn't your shy innocent love interest. She's someone who is tough and works hard. It creates this perfect chemistry you can't miss.
私は友達と話していただけだ。エア友達と。
2011 was like a drought for romance anime fans, so whenever something came up, they gobbled it like some hungry bears. This is about Kuraka, whose blonde hair and intimidating face get him labeled as a delinquent at his new school, leaving him friendless for a month. He then finds loner Yozora Mikazuki chatting with her imaginary friend, and together they launch the Neighbors Club for social outcasts.
なんで意地悪するのよ。この私が入部してあげるって言ってるのに。
This is the Origairu before Origairu, except you don't need the same emotional investment like Origairu. This club of misfits is pure gold for rom-com fans, and you get a pretty diverse cast from the popular rich girl to the ice queen to the, nun, who clearly needs to develop some hygiene. Like I said, it doesn't have the heavy emotional beats of Origairu, but it's still a good watch.
この辺に自分の以外に追加で HP ゲージが見えるだろ。その下に何か書いてないか。
キリト。
And we're finally in for some art, except it really isn't. Some call this a masterclass in writing, others think School Days has better writing than this, but hey, to each their own. Sword Art Online drops you into Aincrad, a massive VR world where players are trapped, beat all 100 floors or die permanently. Kirito, a beta tester, teams up with Asuna to survive brutal bosses and cults.
本気で美味しいと思ってる。
もちろん。この町に来てから1日1回は食べてるよ。
Look, whether you like SAO or not, you gotta realize the impact it's made. Just like Attack on Titan brought a lot of people into modern day anime, SAO brought a lot of people into the isekai, LIT RPG, trapped in a game genre as a whole. And SAO had a huge competition when it aired with a certain other anime. Guess what that anime is? Yes, that's right, it's High School DxD. Somehow, SAO came on top because getting trapped in a game world beats, whatever DxD was going with. So it's more about what kind of fan service you want. Guts from Temu beating enemies or a demon harem.
引ヶ谷くん、女の子と話したのは何年ぶり？
あれは確か2年前の6月。
ちょっとマジ熱くない？
Come on, we all know this one, and it's a well-deserved one. Hachiman Hikigaya, a cynical teen who thinks youth is a sham, gets forced into his school's volunteer club by the teacher. The only other member is the ice-cold Yukino Shita. Together, they tackle other students' problems, with Hachiman's rotten worldview always clashing with whatever they're doing.
なんなら俺が友達。
ごめんなさい、それは無理。
まだ最後まで行ってないのに。
This anime does the whole antisocial pessimism thing right. Welcome to NHK also does it right, but it doesn't have the same tone of pessimism as this show. Yukino and my favorite girl Yui are also some peak love interests because both represent a worldview a lot of high schoolers believe. Oh yeah, grab those tissues, start wiping the tears, and stop looking at the violin store, cause this anime broke everyone's hearts when it was released. Your Lie in April is about Kosei Arima, a piano prodigy who's been emotionally frozen after his mother's sudden death, losing his ability to hear the piano sound altogether. Life takes a sudden turn when he meets Kori Miyazono, a free-spirited violinist who drags him back into the music world.
私、バイオリニストなの。
Now, if you've been living under a rock or you didn't listen to me explaining, this is a sad anime. And after Clanad, this is considered one of the saddest anime of all time. And I think that whole depressed, cynical feeling you get after watching this show is what boosted its popularity. But at the time, this is one crazy good show. Probably one of the best romance anime I've watched.
それは神社行った時の作法だ。
終わった？
おう。
よし、じゃあ行こう。
Origairu continues its legacy. Once again, we follow our boy Hachiman along with Yukino Shita and the bubbly Yui Gahama. Once again, their mission is the same, solving student problems, but their clashing methods now lead to more tension.
こんな時間だし、一緒にいるのを見られると。
This season hits hard. It's got a new animation studio, it's got new character design, and more than anything, the drama and the character tensions also go full-on extreme mode. Hachiman is way more vocal than before. Yukino makes her stances regarding the issues clear, but also starts to soften up a little bit. And Best Girl Yui tries her best to make the two friends again. Honestly, I'd say this is the best season of the show.
これで1年食いつなげてうまくいけば仕事もゲットやってやろうじゃねえかリライフ
Arata Kaizaki is a 27-year-old job hopper who gets a chance to redo his life after accepting a mysterious pill at the Real Life Institute. He wakes up as a 17-year-old high school transfer student who is now tasked with navigating his teenage life for a year while being observed.
編入生同士よろしくね貝崎くん
はいこちらこそ
This show totally nails the second chance trope, and I'm also surprised it got popular just using that trope. But it's well deserved. Watching Arata flunk tests and struggle with modern slang is both relatable and comedy gold. The classmates are surprisingly engaging, and the conflicts, like dealing with old regrets, hit harder than you'd expect. Forget cringe. This is pure addictive rom-com fun that'll make you cheer for this awkward guy.
あなたでもいいわ答えて田辺昭夫はいるのいないの
Now this is what happens when all those TikTok relationship influencers come together to a writing room to make an anime. Masamune Makabe was chubby and heartbroken when Aki Aragaki, a rich beauty, cruelly dubbed him Piggy. Years later, he's a ripped narcissist who transfers into her school plotting to make her fall for him, then deliver the ultimate rejection.
あなた名前は
真壁
バラしたら承知しないから
Like I said, this didn't get a good reception when it aired, but somehow the controversy got it into trending because once a wise man said, any marketing is good marketing. Overall, I think the whole revenge theme is original, but somehow it also becomes a little generic as time goes on. Season 2 came along recently too, so if you're a fan of the show, you can start binge watching it.
驚いた君にはまだ私が見えてるんだそれじゃ
I remember this year. This is the time when the opening of the show became trending. Puberty syndrome sounds like total fiction, right? But high schooler Sakura knows it's very real. He meets the famous ex-child actress Sakurajima Mai, who's literally invisible to everyone else. While she wanders the library in a bunny suit. As Sakura helps her, he gets dragged into helping other girls with the same supernatural problems.
待ってこれ
あげる
Okay, the Bunny Girl title is totally misleading, but that gets anyone hooked instantly. But this show doesn't just have a cool title. It delivers a solid story along with that cool title too. Sakura and Mai's banter is top tier, and their relationship also progresses pretty fast. Once again, Bunny Girl title got this to trending, but the show is worth it.
隊長はひどい人ですどうしてそんなひどいことするんですか
Oh yeah, we're reaching the Kaguya-sama era. At Shuchin Academy, top students Miyuki Shirogane and Kaguya Shinomiya lead the student council. Both secretly love each other, but are too proud to confess, turning their confession into a strategic battle where the first to admit feelings loses.
それをこう俺と付き合え
This show is pure genius. Come on, you know why? Romance anime always had problems with confessions, and this one takes the trope, parodies it, and turns it into a chess match. That's some high-quality creativity you got there. And just like Bunny Girl Senpai isn't just the premises, the characters hold everything together with their charming personalities.
会長が作戦変更よいい次の作戦を思いつくまでこの生徒会室に何人たりとも入れさせてはダメよ
Remember 2020? A time when Corona wasn't just the name of a beer? Well, on the good news, Kaguya-sama was still trending with its second season. Shuchin Academy's student council term ends soon, when with classes splitting up, Kaguya and Miyuki's time together is short. Plus, Miyuki's birthday is approaching, forcing Kaguya into thinking how to celebrate. All this happens while a massive election for the new council president begins.
どうせ会長は私の誕生日も祝ってくれるつもりもないのでしょ
それは違う 白金とて朝の星座占いは食い入るように見る
Kaguya-sama Season 2 took the first season's insane humor and cranked it to 11, and it still proved that the formula worked really well. The student council election gets hilariously intense, and Miyuki's quiet heroism, like helping a struggling Lino, makes him miles better than your average rom-com protagonist. Ishigami's arc was surprisingly heartfelt too, and Hayasaka once again proves she's the best girl, after Fujiwara of course.
思い出しただけでも腹立たしい。
惚れた？
宮村が来なくなったら映画見ながら寝ちゃった時誰が起こすのよ。
Ah, yes, 2021. ReZero was coming back, Attack on Titan was coming back, JJK just aired, and anime was going mainstream. It was a good year. And on the romance side, we got Horimiya. Koyoko Hori and Izumi Miyamura are total opposites. She's the school idol, he's the quiet nobody. But when they meet, their hidden sides come out and soon they start dating. Watching Horimiya felt like a breath of fresh air. It nails that balance between drama and simplicity without going overboard. But I also think the surge of popularity was because we were following a couple who were dating instead of a couple blushing about holding hands. It also resonated well with a lot of new viewers who joined the anime fandom, so this is the most popular romance anime of 2021.
その服を作ったみたいな私が
And 2022 is where the best girl Marin Kitagawa dominated. Wakana Gojo, a high schooler obsessed with sewing Hina dolls, keeps his passion secret. But the stunning and outgoing Marin Kitagawa discovers his talent. She immediately ropes him into a cosplay hobby, needing his sewing skills to bring her characters to life.
めっちゃ綺麗じゃん目キラキラしてる
Come on, should I point it out to you? Marin was carrying the show. She was carrying it so hard her back must have hurt. I think it's because of both her personality as well as her cosplays. She's got that charismatic energy. Some amazing cosplays, and of course the fan service was there when it needed to be there. Come on, who can complain?
買ってきてくれたの？
血だらだら出てるの気になったんで。
それでわざわざ？
And once again, shoujo anime has taken the lead after a couple of years. That's a 13-year gap since the last shoujo anime, but hey, victory is a victory. After a nasty breakup, college gamer Akane Kinoshita logs into her MMO to plot revenge on her ex. There, she collides with Akito Yamada, a legendary but antisocial pro gamer and her guildmate. Desperate for backup, she asks him to be her boyfriend.
悪い。ちょっと離席する。
This show was the rom-com MVP of 2023, and it just ticked the right boxes for everyone. Forget repetitive tropes, the gaming setting feels fresh, and the lead's chemistry is genuinely fun to watch. Akane's whole chaotic energy matches perfectly with Yamada's whole silent personality, and whenever they're on screen, they steal the show. This is a well-deserved popular anime.
おはよう、クゼくん。おはよう、クゼくん。 また深夜アニメ？
おはよう、ありゃ。
Just like Marin stole 2022, Aoya stole 2024. At Sairi Academy, genius treasure Aoya, a stunning half-Russian girl, secretly confesses her crush in Russian to her lazy classmate Masachika. What she doesn't know, he's fluent and totally playing along. So every time she flirts in Russian, he understands it.
ミラシカ。
なんだって？
バカって言ったのよ。
Come on, this show hit all the right marketing angles. Do you like feet? Well, here's some in the trailer. Do you look at pictures of Putin while listening to Gangsta Paradise? Oh, here's a girl who speaks Russian. Do you like tsundres? Well, here's that same girl blushing, but in Russian. See, that kind of marketing requires skill. And like a lot of shows, it also delivers what it promised in the marketing.
いいですね。いいです。
どう？漏れてる？
はい。
どう？
And Marin's back up again, taking the throne. The plot is pretty much similar to the last one. After Marin Kitagawa ropes Wakana Gojo into cosplay, he crafts her outfits while learning to sew and make Hina dolls. But this time, Gojo's past comes crashing behind.
パンツはみ出しちゃってそのどうしよっかなって
Season 2 goes back in with the cosplaying as well as the animation. The animation got this insane upgrade, and I know some like the style, but sometimes I felt like it was overkill. But hey, we got Marin cosplaying in her first cosplay as a bunny girl, so who can complain?